Welcome back to another edition of today's economic news. I'm John, and today we're diving deep into a controversy that has sparked a firestorm at the University of Oklahoma, a story that could make any taxpayer question the very foundation of higher education funding. It's about much more than a simple grade. It's an explosive blend of academic freedom, religious beliefs, and progressive gender ideology. Now, before we reveal the full details of this confrontation, you have to understand why this is more than just a story about disagreeing beliefs. It's about freedom, fairness, and finance in education. When universities spend our tax dollars, we expect them to be used for fostering true learning, not coercive conformity. Before unraveling today's disaster, let's turn back the clock for a moment. Remember back in the late 20th and early 21st centuries when serious strides were made towards inclusivity and non-discrimination in education? This was done through changes in legal frameworks like Title IX, which aimed to eliminate gender-based discrimination in education. Fast forward to today, academia has morphed into a battleground for ideological debates. Universities have leaned increasingly towards progressive rhetoric. The idea was to create more inclusive environments, but often it seems like traditional values and religious beliefs are given the cold shoulder. These tensions have simmered over years, and the University of Oklahoma has just become the latest flashpoint. In the incident involving the University of Oklahoma, we have William Melkurth, a graduate teaching assistant, dramatically terminated after awarding a student, Samantha Fulnecki, a 0 on an assignment. And what did this assignment receive a 0? Fulnecki referenced her deeply held Christian beliefs and the Bible while reacting to a scientific paper on gender typicality. She scored 0 out of 25 points. Imagine each point a reflection of binary logic, completely ignored. Now, to put that in perspective, getting a 0 feels like being docked your entire paycheck because your boss didn't like your tie. Destined to fuel debate, this academia-fueled farce begs a critical question. Do educators have the liberty to punish belief as much as grades? Analyzing this event, let's quote Kurth. In a response that could hardly be described as tactful, Kurth stated, "I am not deducting points because you have certain beliefs right before knocking those beliefs for a home run into left field by saying, but for posting a reaction paper that does not answer the questions, contradicts itself, heavily uses personal ideology over empirical evidence." Fellow Americans, is this education or intellectual tyranny? Employing the infamous yes, but strategy, surely not the stuff of sound educational debate. Then there's Fulnecki, whose reaction encapsulated a sentiment felt by many. "I definitely think that I was being punished for what I believe, not just my beliefs, but what the Bible and what God says about gender and about those roles. Is this what we're paying for? A place where students must censor their heartfelt convictions to pass? Simply reprehensible." From a libertarian perspective, this disastrous event underscores issues as perennial as daybreak. Education, a domain where ideological pursuit trumps reason, thieves value, and injects wastefulness. Let's talk about inflation, but not in currency, rather in ideological requirements. How can institutions brag responsibility when intent fixates on ideological purity rather than academic excellence? This story lights up government incompetence in all its glory. When educational institutions, backed by public funds, abandon free inquiry and debate for a monolithic teaching agenda, it's a misallocation more profound than typing LIV instead of 54. It's a clot in the very vein of liberty. What's the toll of Fulnecki's punitive grading? A tangible shroud smothers campus dialogue about freedom of speech and religion. We see the slow, steady erosion of our liberties under the guise of modern conformity. 1-0 grade at a time, stripping the lifeblood of rights that brave sons and daughters fought and bled to secure. As we wrap up today's segment, remember this. What occurs in the lecture halls and classrooms of today shapes not just tomorrow's scholars, but the very soul of our society. If you are tired of paying for their mistakes, hit subscribe. Until next time, I'm John, a constant voice for liberty in an ever-evolving landscape of education.